Yes, yo. We're back, guys. We are back. Guys, as you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. It is Fresh Start Monday. Akeem, Jordan, what's cracking like it? What's cracking like it? What is cracking like it?
We back at it again. We here to take over this thing.
Oh yeah, as we always do. Back with another Monday here with my boys, and we about to get in like we always do. So let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get it, let's get it.
Like I always, shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X. And shout out to those right now watching us on TikTok and Bingo Live. Somebody on Bingo Live already say, "Hey, friend." Her name's Elaine. He said, "I love you. We love you too, and thank you for being here on this Fresh Start Monday." Moving along, you already know we're moving on to sports. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of sports news, big dog?
Let's get into some NFL. So a lot of great games, but we're gonna talk about the dumpster fire when it comes to teams, and that's the Miami Dolphins. They currently lost to the Cleveland Browns. They got mishandled. It was so bad that the coach had to choke. Coach McDaniel's had to bench Tua because he threw over 3 picks and everything. They had a terrible game. They are 1-6 as we speak, and it looks like we don't know the Dolphins when to go win the game, but it looks like in the near is that if it could be this week or the week or next week before that, the head coach might be fired and they might clean up house in Miami. So we don't know that, but anything can happen. So we do have a clips from Tua from his loss and also the coach for benching Tua, the quarterback from the Miami Dolphins. Go ahead, I can play both of the clips. They will chop it up.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Happy, not proud of where I'm at with my play, with how I've gone about things this year. I know I got to be a lot better, and I've been better for the Miami Dolphins years past, but this isn't years past. This is this year, right? And just trying to maneuver everything and trying to build a collection of guys to kind of bring along with me, and I got to be able to multitask if that makes sense. Be able to do that, and while doing that, kind of continue to get the whatever it was last year and the years prior for myself to get going again and get in that flow. Yeah, definitely not happy.
There's a lot of guys that will have an important work week because we're not. I mean, if you are negatively affecting the football team routinely, I don't have a choice but to assess a different player, and I have to coach a lot better as well. So we're going to find out who and what we're made of. There's a lot of guys that will have an important.
Yeah, so like I said, Miami Dolphins is on a losing streak, and if they don't turn it around, it's like I said, it's gonna be clean house in Miami. So I'm gonna go with you, Ronnie. Do you think they should continue to bench Tua to start a backup quarterback, or they think they should just fire the head coach?
There also a report came out earlier today. They say they are not going to fire Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel isn't going anywhere, according to Yahoo Sports. That came out earlier today. Now, when it comes to aspect of Tua Tagovailoa, yes, he should be benched. I think the reason why he should be benched because he don't understand that, hey, even though you are the top player in the Miami Dolphins, you still are underperforming, and the team don't need that right now. The team right now need a leader, someone that's going to go out there, somebody that's going to play, and someone that's actually going to actually win the game. The situation what happened between the Dolphins and the Browns was uncalled for. It was just a terrible, terrible loss. Me, I'm not a Dolphin fan. However, people that I know that are Dolphin fans were very disappointed of Tua Tagovailoa performance, and they was excited when he got benched. Tua is doing a terrible job, and Mike McDaniel did a good job by benching him so Tua could get in and stop and make sure to hold himself accountable and know that he's underperforming. Go ahead, Akeem.
Y'all can go back to old videos, and I said that he's done, he's finished. After I said they've been supposed to traded him off to the skies. The performance ain't been what it used to be. He's not who he was. He's took so many head injuries. I don't know how he's able to he can't produce. Get us a young quarterback. I'm a Dolphins fan. I follow the Dolphins. And you know, I'm a Tyreek Hill fan. This is not conducive to what I'm investing in. I haven't bought season tickets due to the fact that they're ass right now. No disrespect to Tua. I love the Samoans, love the Polynesian community, but he ain't it now. Get us a white boy with an arm. Get us a white boy with an arm. Or get us a country boy who can shoot from Mississippi down to Alabama. Tua, we're going to have to ship you back home. Sorry.
I'm looking at the next 4 games, and I don't see any winning. I don't see them winning any of them because they face Atlanta, Baltimore. That's if Lamar comes back. Buffalo and at Washington. That's if Jaden Daniels is healthy. So these next 4 games, they look like I don't think they're gonna win these games, and it's just very tragic right now. What's going on in Miami? The team is just terrible. And they're definitely gonna get like a top 5 pick, and Tua, he's not good. And remember, before they had McDaniels, remember Coach Flores, before he got fired, he wasn't a fan of Tua and everything, but the owner wanted to keep him. They fired Flores. They got McDaniels, and they had a couple good years, but at the end of the day, Tua, he's not doing this thing now. What I would like to see, I don't think it's going to happen. You never know. But I think there's one quarterback they can get if Tua's not playing well, and that's your team, Ronnie, the backup quarterback, Mac Jones, because even though Brock Purdy is hurt, Mac Jones have been looking awesome again in that San Francisco 49ers. So I know once Brock Purdy gets healthy and everything, hey, if I'm in Miami, I'll see if I can call Mac Jones, see if I can bring him down here, see who plays Tua. That's me. I don't think it's going to
Good
happen,
call.
but it's a what if. That is a what if. Because Mac Jones have been looking good. All the injuries they got in the 49ers, and he's been looking good.
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins, before the trade deadline, y'all can get a Mac Jones from the 49ers. Try to do that and just build around him and see where that goes. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see.
And not only that, but tonight on Monday Night Football, you already know I did right now what the Detroit Lions playing against Tampa Bay. They're playing right now on Monday Night Football, so that's part why you don't see why you watch it again. But so 2 Monday Night Football games, which is very, very impressive to see, man. This NFL doing something totally different. But shout out to that, man. Hopefully Dolphins get it together, but we don't see them making it to the playoffs. I thought they were gonna make it to the wild card. Nah, they too messed up. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. But unfortunately, our schedule is starting to adjust, but we will only be going live on Mondays only until our schedule get readjusted again. Then we will be going live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Moving along to money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of financial news, big dog?
Let's get into it. So tax season is right around the corner, and there's been an update when it comes to the tax bracket and the race when it comes to 2025 and 2026. So, this is very intriguing to see, which level tax brackets we are all in when it comes to this new tax brackets and also the race. So go ahead, Akeem, play the clip, play the first 3 minutes, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Shout out to Evelyn that's in the building.
Its new tax brackets and rates for the upcoming filing year, and these numbers determine how much of your income goes to taxes. Here to break down the big changes you need to know this tax season is senior correspondent Carrie Hannon. So Carrie, let's start with the basics here. What should taxpayers know about the new brackets and the rates?
Well, right, Ali. The big thing that happens each year is that the government, the IRS, adjusts your tax bracket index to inflation, so that it's what they call bracket creep, so that your income doesn't get shifted up into a higher tax bracket due to inflation. So that's what we're seeing this year. It's again just they're marginally adjusting them to factor in inflation.
Got it. So if someone earns the same amount of money in 2024 and 2025, what kind of difference will they see when they file next year? Is there any difference at all?
Yeah, interestingly enough, you may actually end up paying slightly less because if you earned the same amount in 2024 and 2025, due to this adjustment in the inflation index, the new brackets, and they bumped up that standard deduction. So you may actually pay a little bit less.
And what about the tax picture for retirees? How is that changing?
Yeah, so this was kind of the big thing that came through in the new tax bill is that seniors, if you're 65 or older, get a temporary $6,000 tax deduction in addition to the standard deduction for 2025, 2026, 27, and 2028. So it's just a short time, and this is phased out on your income level. So I think it's individuals are at 75,000 and couples at 150,000. That 6,000 gets, so that's a maximum of 6,000 for that. So that's one bump that retirees can look forward to.
Now, the state and local tax deduction, also known as SALT, that jumped from $10,000 to $40,000 this year. Why does that matter, and who stands to benefit most?
Ellie, if you'll forgive me, I wanted to say one more thing about the last question, is that the Medicaid tax, there's some big changes to Medicaid that will also impact seniors in a way of having trouble with raising costs and having long-term care. So back to the SALT, I'm sorry. So it's like there's a win and impossible lose for seniors there in the tax bill. But here's the interesting thing about SALT, that raised deduction, which is fantastic that they jumped that up. But this is where I got to say, talk to your tax professional, because if you live in a high tax for a state with high local and state taxes, this is imperative. This is a great way to trim back your bill. This is if you itemize, of course. And so the idea is that you might want to try to do a little planning so that if your local laws permit it, you can take all of that deduction in 1 year.
And finally, Carrie, we hear tax advisors talk about bunching deductions. What does that mean? What is bunching, and how can it help people maximize their tax savings?
Yeah, bunching is a kind of a great strategy for many people because, yes, the standard deduction is pretty weighty these days.
So yeah, so I know a lot of people are excited about when it comes to tax season in the next few months, and people want to know, the new, if they're still in the same tax brackets and everything, but also some good benefits coming next year too that we're going to talk about. Other than that, go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on when it comes to the tax rate? I don't know if you've seen it yet, and also anything you want to add when it comes to taxes next year.
No, of course, it's not financial advice. I always speak with a financial advisor. It's pretty much like the expert stated. When it comes to the aspect of next year, tax return, pretty much everything still remains the same. The only thing is, if you're still making the same amount of money, you are paying less. Especially if you look it up on Google, especially any other financial resources that got anything that comes when it comes to the aspect of the tax bracket. People fail to realize the more money you make, the less you want to pay in taxes. So if you make it over 100K, you wanna make sure to get rid of that money in the best way as possible. Pretty much put it in your Fidelity account and a retirement, any form of way to bring your tax bracket down, so you have to pay a lot more in tax at the end of the year. A lot of people fail to realize that. They say, hey, I'm making six figures, I'm making six earnings, but they realize at the end of the year they end up paying like 37%, 87%, 40% in taxes, because they don't understand that the more money you make, the more taxes you have to pay. But if you understand the tax code, understand how to utilize it for your benefit, what most rich people do, like Donald J. Trump, the president, that he used at one time, he only had to pay $700, even though he was a multi-millionaire, because he understands the whole aspect of how the tax code works. So I recommend anybody go sit down with a financial advisor so you can better understand how the tax pretty much code works, so you can benefit before the year is out. So by next year, you will have money coming in your pockets. Go ahead, Akeem.
So I love that you say that, and I think that as we start to elevate and get more successful, we need to just stop going to regular tax preparers. If you own a home, you make a certain amount of money, you want to get educated on taxes, you're going to have to suck it up and go to a CPA accountant. Rona, you just laid out everything as far as tax deduction and understanding. The higher money, the more money you get, you're in a higher tax bracket, the more taxes you pay. A lot of people don't understand that. They think poor people pay tax. Poor people pay the most tax, but that's not it is. High earners pay the most tax. They pay the most in health care to supplement everybody else. But the ones who are smart and know the tax codes and the tax systems are able to do what they can to pocket a lot more money. So it's just best to get educated, see a CPA. This is not financial advice, and do it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have like people that that make more money. They definitely got, especially make over six figures. You definitely got to pay more. But I think a lot of people are more interested, and especially in live, it's the overtime pay that would be exempted. That was on that big beautiful bill, which starts this year and it would goes up to next year. So what I looked at, so when, for my information, if you go if when it comes to overtime, if you made over 1,200 and there's a cap when it comes to the overtime. If you're a single, if you work overtime, you make over $12,500. That's the cap of that will be deducted from the overtime. And also, if you are married, if you're filing married and everything, is you just add that together, that'll be $25,000. So I think a lot of people will be interested if you work a lot of people that work a lot of overtime, and also people that work at restaurants or waiters and everything, which tips and everything, tips and everything when it comes to cars and everything, how that will be deducted. And this will be for the next 4 years, I believe. I'm really interested in how people with overtime. So I know I work some overtime. I know fellas. I know you probably work some overtime,
Hmm.
and and I think we're just anxious of how what's the how much they're going to deduct, and we'll receive more when it comes to our taxes and everything. So I'm very interested in that coming next year when it comes to tax season.
Yep. And of course, we already know because we head into the holidays. A lot of people are on tend to work overtime at their
Oh
job.
yeah, yeah.
So they need to get that information. I said go and sit with a financial advisor so you actually know what's going to benefit you on this upcoming tax season. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Moving along to hip hop. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to the aspect of hip hop news?
Let's get it. Let's talk about Gucci Man. So Gucci Man, he was on a Breakfast Club, and he really talk about himself the last few years, how he suffered from mental illness, from going for going into jail and coming back, really changed his life around, and really trying to manage himself to be a better person, because he said at the time when he was going through it, he said he would give friends his jewelry, not knowing that why he was doing it, and but also see that his friends would take advantage of him. And this is really explaining how mental illness is very, very important for celebrities and also for men as ourselves. So go ahead, I can't play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
You, what was it like just trying to protect the business that you guys have built while
I have a
he's
system.
personally?
I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do, I delete Instagram. I delete everything. Even if I got to change his password, I'm changing it because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode. You realize you'd never know about any other episodes since September 13th because I control that. Because you're not going on Instagram, you're not going on Twitter, it's deleted. And I just control everything at home. And now before the episodes come, I catch it. So that's why he hasn't had another one. And how you catch that is he doesn't speak to you. He wants to be left alone. He don't eat. He does not sleep. Text messages, there's a period after each word. And I'm like, you're going through an episode. You're sick. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with me. why do you think that? You're not speaking to me. Well, there's nothing to talk about. I said, well, that's not how you speak to your wife. And I'm like, you're sick. And we snap out of it right then.
Wow. You know, we heard Kim this week say how Kanye just used to give away their cars and stuff when he would go through episodes. And in the book, you talk about
I did
He
that.
did.
you just used to be giving away stuff.
I gave away jewelry.
Money.
And
Jewelry
money,
costs so
yeah.
much.
Money.
You know how much it costs for jewelry? Like,
Yeah.
I gave away. I would give my friends jewelry, and like they know I went well, they'll take it.
Damn.
They take
That's why,
advantage
like,
of you.
I felt like, damn, they know something's going on with me, but they'll take it. So it's like, when I got out of jail, like I cut off all my friends, my old friends. 'Cause I'm like, damn, they were taking advantage.
I
Like,
wonder what the psychology is behind that. Like, why when you going through an episode, you feel
give away money, and I don't know.
You don't care
You're not
about
in your
nothing.
mind because the money don't. It's not. You kind of like in a warped world. It's almost like it's a psychosis. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You dealing with stuff like you hearing voices.
Yeah, they have voices.
You know, and you hearing voices too. Like it's telling you to. You know, you might think that Charlamagne I might think that you trying to fight me. You ain't even did nothing. We be like, bro, I ain't did nothing to you. What's wrong? Like I'll be like trying to fight you, Charlamagne. Like you did this. You know what you did? You stole something from me. And you be like, bro, I ain't stole nothing from you. But in my mind, I'm like, it's the truth. So that's what I used to deal with.
How did therapy and the self-work change your relationship with anger? And like, do you still wrestle with that same inner voice that you talk about throughout the book?
I don't. I don't. It's like I seen a therapist. I gotta so taking medicine that prescribed for me what she thought, and it worked. And I haven't had any other problems.
You know, I always wondered when people have episodes, what sparks it, right? Do you know what sparked the episodes?
I think drug use
Stress.
and stress,
Non-sleeping.
not sleeping combined. It wasn't just like, okay, I drank the lean. It was also I'm drinking lean, and I had like 5 or 6 charges, open cases. So I was so stressed out. So, you know, I'm going to the studio and work. I got all these artists. I'm steady working hard. You know what I'm saying? So from the outside looking in, you would think that I'm not fazed about it. But it's almost like I pushed the cases out my mind. You see what I'm saying? But it's still a stress. But I'm just not dealing with it. I'm not talking about it. I'm just like acting like it's never gonna happen. Like court not gonna never happen. But that's a big stress. And I'm steady drinking lean, smoking weed, taking pills to kind of numb that. And then one day it's just like the straw that break the camel back. Boom, now my mind can't take it. When I had the episode in 2019, 2020, it was COVID. That really just messed me up. And then another thing what triggered the episode was I got my teeth done and they put me under anesthesia, and the drugs messed me up. When I came from under anesthesia, I was having an episode, flipping out. And I'm like, damn, I ain't even do, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? So even if I go, it's like, damn, I never thought that would be a trigger. But that was a trigger. So it could be a multitude of things.
Gotcha.
For you, what was
Yeah, man. Glad Gucci got itself taken care of. But other than that, go ahead, Rodney, man. What's your take on Gucci?
Yeah, shout out to Mr. Darlaw that's in the building. Okay, when it
There
comes to
it is,
aspect of
Darlaw.
is in the building. Okay, the situation was going on with Gucci, man. I love the whole aspect of his wife, Keisha. Is it Keisha? Am I saying her name right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keisha Kior.
Yeah, Keisha. Keisha is a pretty much a strong woman, a healer, a woman that understands her man, understand that hey, high point is that when he have an episode, she needs to take control because he's losing his mind. Now, a lot of people are wondering why a lot of these guys, when they have an episode, they want to get rid of their jewelries, their cars, pretty much everything they have on, because they're trying to tell you that thing don't mean anything. Here, take it. It doesn't mean anything because I think you gotta keep in mind the mind want to get itself right. They know that all this stuff in this world is all materialistic. It doesn't heal the mind. That's why they get rid of it. That's why Kanye West be like, I'm gonna get rid of the cars and get another one. Because they know it doesn't really mean anything. It's not gonna really make me feel good on the inside. They're crying on the inside and pretty much it's pretty much brilliant out. She stood on business. Shout out to Gucci Man that he's starting to get himself together. That's what Hakeem talk about is a lot when it comes to therapy. He went and go seek the help he need, and that's why he's able to have a sound mind right now. Plus, he have a strong woman. We need more black women like that. Go ahead, Hakeem.
We're not going to take no Keisha Kior slander ever again. For a woman to stand by her man through a mental episode, as just narrative dialogue explained, it's very tough. Women do not get the credit that they need, and we obviously disregard the importance of having a partner, the right partner with you. She held him down through jail. She held him down through accusations, through slander, and still was there. Not a lot of women is built like that. I also want to give him a credit for being vulnerable enough and transparent to come out here and talk about illnesses. Because from the outside looking in, we always think these rappers, entertainers, singers are just perfect and they don't have no problems. This makes me even like him more because he's showing his human side. This is humility. And I want everybody who watches this to know that nothing wrong with suffering from mental health. What's wrong is not getting help. You know the numbers. Go get help, and praise the people who stand by you in your life, like Keisha Key are.
Yeah, absolutely. If you could look at Gucci pictures 7, 8 years ago to now, everything changed. Once he got the help, especially his wife doing her thing, just being a ride or die. You know, Gucci is, mentally he's healthy and physically he's healthy. He added that he has ever been his whole life and everything. So all the hood dudes, if y'all not eating well on that type of things, look at Gucci, man. He turned his life around when it comes to everything. He's, like I said, he's married, kids, and living a restful and a happy life. And I'm glad to see Gucci like this. And also, you mentioned Hakeem, how he's being vulnerable to people. Gucci would never do something like that. Not Gucci, man, but he's actually doing that. And I love to hear that brother, talk about, hey, I've been through a lot. When it comes to mentalist, I'm still struggling with stuff right now, but I'm maintaining as best as I can. I got my wife with me; she's been with me, ride or die, and everything. And it's just right now, he's blessed right now, and I'm glad Gucci got to speak this out because a lot of men needs to hear this. Men in your 20s, 30s, especially in your 30s, you might go through some things when it comes to finances, stress, work, anything. Just so like I said, don't think you gotta do it by yourself. If you need help, ask for the help, and if you get the help, you'll be a better person.
Shout out to Gucci, man. Go ahead. I can't read that comment from Narrator Dialogue.
Man, Kanye West looked like any ordinary dude trying to make it out of these streets in Cali. He can blend with the regular homeless people, which those those are the people he speak to always. Most definitely.
Most definitely. Shout out to Gucci, man. Shout out to Professor Lovely Ladies in the building.
It was good.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click on we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in on this fresh start Monday. It's fresh start Monday, so we got a lot of things to talk about. First thing we're going to talk about, Soulja Boy. Getting into it again. Go ahead, Jordan.
Soulja Boy, we all know he's famous with his rants too. Going out on people that he said that cuss back on first. This time he's cussing out Candy Burrs for I believe for an incident happened years ago about how he spit in Charlie's Rocker's food. This was years ago, and when Soulja Boy saw this, he came out and started going at that Candy Burrs. So don't take my. You don't believe me? We do have the clip. Go ahead. I can't play the clip of Soulja Boy. Not that I would chop it up.
And somebody tagged this Candy too. Why you got this fat on your platform talking? I'm finna sue the fuck out you and this white. I'm about to sue the fuck out Candy. Somebody tag Candy and somebody tag this fat ass boy. You on the motherfucking internet talking about I spit your food. You's a ass. Why the fuck? Who the fuck on the road with somebody and don't eat for 3 days? And Candy, you too, you little bald head. Send me the motherfucking address. Let me pull up, tell my side of the story. A-Rab, you was a CEO Charlie, you was a DJ Southern Bread, you was a bitch. All y'all was bitch. And I find y'all. Fuck y'all. I ain't want y'all around me. I knew Yeah, they said not too much on Candy. Candy. What you talking about? You and Candy. You got a white on your and somebody tagged this Candy too. Your fucking platform talking about I spend this food. What you talking about? Not too much on me. What if I brought a on my platform and she sat there and said Candy in my food and I posted it on my Instagram to 7 million people? Your fucking platform talking about
Yeah, that's it. I can't. That was
Because
it.
in this
But
particular,
yeah, man, you know, we see this probably 4 times a year when it comes to Soldier Boy when somebody talks about him. But hey, this is Soldier Boy for you. But go ahead, Roddy, man. What's your take?
Soldier Boy to me is like another Tekashi 6ix9ine. They like to troll and to get the internet and the algorithm going. They understand they understand the internet, they understand the algorithm, and they understand that people gonna laugh. We know Soldier Boy hasn't been right for a couple of years now. He goes in on Chris Brown, he goes in on Bow Wow, he goes in on anybody that he feels that he can have an opportunity to go viral, and that's what he does. So now he's going in on Candace and the cameraman. What's new? To me, it's just hilarious. You see, I just laugh. Me, Hakeem, and you, George, we just laugh, and we just keep it going. But Soldier Boy is gonna be always entertaining. Remember, he's the first one. Remember, he said it first. He's the first one that went viral. First rapper that went viral. But go ahead, Hakeem.
He is a crash out specialist. Doesn't fail me at all. I love him from back then to now. Keep doing a good job, brother. The way he said tag this, like Soldier Boy, you gotta respect and love people who are
You do.
so authentic. Soldier Boy has not changed who he is. And
Yes.
it's been we gotta respect that same thing like 50 Cent, Kevin Gates. We need people like that in the world. I want people to understand this. We need people like that. They keep the world interesting. And I land right there.
And the thing is with Soldier Boy, you know, he is what he is. You know, he's go if we find Soldier Boy do some of the opposite of what he was doing, we scratch our heads like what? Well, this is not Soldier Boy. But hey, the people and the people that Soldier Boy we go out of, they don't even take it seriously. They just know like if Soldier Boy is coming at me for something, that means hey, you know, it's not only him getting clout, but I'm getting clouded as well and everything. So, but yeah, man. Soldier Boy gonna do what he do. You know, he like I say, he's a mastermind doing this type of stuff, and I wonder what his next victim's gonna be. You know, if it's true that talks about him. But hey, if we ever get that big, we start talking about Soldier Boy. Maybe he can go on each and every one of us. If we ever get that big, he probably go on each and every one of us.
Hope he not, cause he know I'ma clap back. I hope he wanna go out there. Like he know I'ma clap back.
But it would be an honor for him to cuss us out.
Yeah, that's an honor. Yeah,
I keep like let him cuss him out. I'ma clap back. I'ma clap back. Cause he do stuff to go on the algorithm. But shout out to the Crown Prince that's in the building, and also Professor Lovely Lady say, don't forget to tap the like and subscribe to the platform. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you. Moving along to other trending news, Jordan. What's going on with this bishop? With putting somebody on blast?
Yeah, so this bishop, he went viral because so you know he was getting his tithes and everything, and the church member gave $1,200 to the bishop, and the bishop was like, "No, I didn't ask for 1,200. I asked for $2,000." And you know, she kind of got the church member kind of got the number wrong, but the bishop was very upset about that he didn't get his $2,000 worth of money. But we do have the clip, so go ahead. I can't play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
I, Roberta McCoy.
So it just shows that, you know, when it comes to some of these churches, like churches, I'm gonna say about that there's some things that goes down like this, and if you don't give what the pastor or the bishop wants, you gonna get upset. But other than that, Ronnie, man, what's your take on this?
See, this, when it comes to topics like these are very, very sensitive because someone, us, we used to be a part of the church or still going to church, and we see stuff like this always goes on. Now, when it comes to the bishop and when it comes to pastors, sometimes they get their congregation and their members a certain amount of tithing they gotta give. So if you don't have it, you're not supposed to go up there. Oh well, I could be wrong. I can state me if I'm wrong or Jordan. I could be wrong, but I know normally they announce like, hey, if you're gonna sow a $2,000 seed, then you come up there. If you're not gonna sow a $2,000 seed, don't go up there. So even though we know at the end of the day, church is not a church about money, church is about the whole aspect of gathering and knowing about God. But you got to keep it in mind, the church still is a business. They still have to keep the lights on. They still got to pay the band, the choir. They still have to pay for certain things. So I get why they have to ask a certain amount of money, but putting people on blast, I think is not cool. I think they should do that on the back end and not do it publicly. But I understand why they do it because they're trying to make a statement. But we live in a day where stuff like this will go viral, and now you just mess up your whole congregation. Go ahead, Akeem.
I want to read something. Matthew 24:11. I got to. And many false prophets would appear and deceive many people. Because of the increasing wickedness and the love for most will grow cold.
Akeem did a
church.
Yeah.
Church ain't what church it is. That is a false prophet. You giving $1,200, which is rent money, and you saying you ain't listening. That's damnation. You got to be working for the devil. When you turning down $1,200, that's why I don't go to church no more. That's why I don't even look at the pastor. I look at the pastor as just a glorified supervisor, a payroll specialist, because he's counting all the money that's coming in there, but ain't counting the people and praying over them. That shit is wicked, man.
Hey, yo, I'm surprised he put that Marvin Sapp. It's like, close the doors.
Yeah.
Close the doors.
No,
I need y'all to close the doors so I get my $2,000. I'm surprised he didn't do all that and everything. But Hakeem, I agree with you 100%, man. Like I used to see stuff in the church when I was little, and then you get all these stuff like that. It's like, I ain't cool with this and everything. So stuff like this, like if I was trying to give and everything, and the pastor and the bishop wasn't doing that, I'll be pissed off with the pastor and everything. That's when we see a lot of men, in general, go to church because stuff like this and everything. And when we continue to see stuff like this, most men would never go back to church because stuff like this.
No, but if you don't have the, like I said, if you don't have the money, you shouldn't be going up there, regardless. But some people do it to get clout, or to be like, oh, I finally go see the pastor I always want to see. But to me, at the end of the day, you shouldn't do it because look, the pastors are calling people out. Or here, Dialogue say they said pastor wife, hairstyle, wardrobe, stylist, makeup artist has to get paid. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, church is a business, but I'm not gonna say all pastors do this. There's some pastors that I can't say that are false prophet that are going ahead and taking advantage of the people. That's not cool. Moving along to the main topic on today's show. Jordan, what's going on in Atlanta airport? Mass shooting?
Yeah, so this was breaking news a few hours ago. So there was a man that was arrested at the Atlanta airport. And one of the reasons that he was arrested is because they were saying that he was making threats of doing a mass shooting at the airport. And so they caught this gentleman at the airport and arrest him for making threats. And we make threats like this, like at schools, especially at airports. They take this very, very seriously, and they got him and arrested him, and making threats of doing a mass shooting at the airport. So we do have a clip, Hakeem. So go ahead, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
All right, perfect, right here.
Of Atlanta, our Fox affiliate reports police have stopped a potential mass shooting at the busiest airport in America. Correspondent Madison Scarpina reports. She's live in Atlanta for us. Madison, what's up?
Hey, John. Yeah, we're getting all this information from Fox 5 Atlanta from sources inside the Atlanta Police Department. But we're learning that a convicted felon was allegedly planning to shoot up the Atlanta airport today, the world's busiest airport, armed with an AR-15. And that suspect reportedly did get inside the airport before police quickly stopped him. So here's a live look at Hartsfield-Jackson right now. And here's what we know. Our affiliate source says that this felon did a FaceTime call with family members, allegedly telling them his plans to shoot up the Atlanta airport. Someone reportedly notified police after that call, who then found the suspect's car outside of the airport. It was blocking traffic, but the suspect was not inside. Police reportedly did end up finding the felon inside of the airport. They grabbed him, took him into custody, and authorities reportedly found that AR-15 while searching his car. Our Fox affiliate is also reporting that they had a camera at the airport all morning. It was very busy, and nobody saw anything. So it seems this whole incident was kept pretty quiet, but we're hoping to learn more from APD very soon. There is a press conference scheduled for about 15 minutes from now, but obviously a lot of questions as to how this supposed convicted felon got his hands on that high-powered semi-automatic rifle. And this, of course, all happening during a government shutdown where airports nationwide are struggling to stay staffed. And if you know anything about the Atlanta airport, you know it's always busy regardless, even without that government shutdown. So back out here live, thankfully authorities reportedly did stop a potential horrific situation. But again, hoping to learn more from APD at the top of next hour, John.
Well, so again, Madison, they apprehended him inside the airport, but the weapon was not in his possession. It was still in the car.
That is what Fox 5 Atlanta's sources are telling them right now. The car was outside of the airport blocking traffic. He was not inside there. Thankfully, they did find the guy inside, but what we know right now is that there was not a gun on him inside of the airport. But as you know, during breaking news, things could change, and hopefully we'll learn more soon.
Well, thank God at the moment he didn't have the gun inside the airport. Madison, thank you. We look forward to the.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page.
So as everybody
and catch
know,
our
that Atlanta is definitely one of the busy airports in America, and also due to the government shutdown, there's a lot of TSA people. They're very, angry because, they're not getting paid. And, I also heard there were some people at the Atlanta airport with TSAs did not show up to work because they wouldn't get paid. So that comes for, the airport is really, really, really busy. And so if this could have happened, it would have turned out probably really, really bad. Other than that, go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
Yeah, exactly. It would have definitely turned out really, really bad. And of course, because, like you stated, Jordan, because of the government shutdown, a lot of these TSA are not coming to work in Atlanta. There was a recent video that went viral showing that it was a long line today due to the fact was the TSA didn't come to work. People are not going to work for free. I don't understand why this government don't understand that. Now, there are some workers that are working for free, but other people are not. And especially for Atlanta to be one of the busiest airports in America and not have these people not getting paid, it's totally uncalled for. Luckily, nobody was harmed. Luckily, it wasn't a severe mass shooting. But the government got to get it together because it's going to continue to happen everywhere. Shout out to White High that's also in the building. He said, we still no boys. Yeah, White High, we know. Go ahead, Aki.
You want to know something? It's a lot I could say about that, but I'm gonna just keep it to myself. That's all I can say. I can keep it to myself. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, we're in America when it comes to all these mass shootings going on, with schools, colleges, and all sorts of things and everything. So, gladly, they got they arrested the man before anything could have happened and everything, and people just gotta be, where areas you in when it comes to airports, malls, gallerias, concerts. Just really, really watch your back because anything. Also schools and colleges as well because we're in America and we've seen like almost on a regular basis every 3 to 4 months that we see a mass shooting in a different city. When it comes to a school, college, or somewhere in the mall that we see come like this. So people just watch your backs out there.
Yes, please, please, guys, make sure you watch your back. All I'll say, yes, the truth about the Atlanta airport. He said that's the truth about Atlanta airport. It is. That was it's always crowded, it's always busy, but especially from the TSA not working, it could be very, very dangerous. But luckily, nobody was harmed. That's the good thing. No one was harmed. What's going on in the world today, guys? We don't even know. Moving along to other trending news, Jordan. What's going on with that ex-NFL player that used to play for the Raiders that passed away over the weekend? Go right ahead.
Yeah, so this was when I first saw this a couple of days ago, I was like, wow. So former NFL running back Doug Martin, who played for the Raiders and also played for the Bucks, as we know, he was a two-time Pro Bowler at with the Bucks. He has passed away at the age of 36. I believe it was due to with arrest with police and everything. You know, we don't know what he died from. It's definitely from natural causes, but to see somebody pass away at this age, at 36, is very, very real, and kind of devastating to see a man at his age who passed away. So go ahead, Hakeem, go ahead and play the clip. After that, we'll chop it up.
Man who died in Oakland police custody yesterday morning was a former NFL player. Our media partners at the Bay Area News Group report Doug Martin was arrested following a break-in at a home on Ettrick Street near the Oakland Zoo. This video is from when he was with the Raiders in 2018. Martin was taken into custody a little before 5 a.m. Police say he had a medical emergency and there was a brief struggle before he became unresponsive. Martin was born in Oakland and grew up in Stockton. The 36-year-old played 7 seasons in the NFL. Man who died in...
Yeah, man. Sad to hear. Doug Martin, he was a good running back. Especially at the time, he was a really good running back with the Tampa Bay Bucks. But yeah, to see him pass at his age is very sad. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on this?
It is very sad. Remember, he was at the age of 36. And remember when he was playing with the Bucks and also the Oakland Raiders, he was normally averaging about 60 yards per game. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm gonna wait and see when the body count comes out because we want to know how the altercation really occurred. Because if you tell the officer, "Hey, look, I'm having chest pain, something's wrong with me. You got to take it easy on me," and the officer didn't listen, then there might be a lawsuit on his family might be able to do a lawsuit. So we got to wait till that body count pretty much come out. But it was sad that he was just gone that fast. But to me, something don't seem right. Something doesn't seem right to me. So go ahead, Hakeem.
You want to know something, brothers? We've been covering this stuff for years, and it never fazed me. We've got video camera. We hear the same language, same narrative. Brief struggle, medical emergencies. There's no transparency, and I tell people like, do you know what's really going on out here with these with these interactions? And this ain't nothing new. We've been dealing with this for years, and we need to be more cognizant of this stuff and how we conduct ourselves in this. If we already know that police is hostile by nature, they got to be to address situations. We need to learn how to de-escalate. You feel what I'm trying to say? We need to learn how to make sure you go home. Come home. Please come home. And I'm going to say that I pray for the young brother. I don't know what happened for a brief struggle. Go to jail. You'll come out the next day. There's always bond. There's always something. There's no need to be a Superman. There's no need to be proving that, oh, you're wrong. We'll handle this in court. We can get your record expunged. But this here, this one hurts. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I was trying to look for any health history that Doug Martin has. I couldn't find any. So wherever he did pass from, it definitely will come out and everything. So but yeah, man, this is see that age, because I'm 34, about to turn 35, so he's literally a year and a half older than me. To see something like this, you know, it just showed me, like, to me it was like, hey, you know, when it comes to health and everything, make sure I'm healthy, you know, for my wife and my daughter and everything, because Yeah, man. Just see a lot of people losing their lives at an early age. You know, it's definitely sad to see and hear. So prayers go out to Dust Martin family and friends. And yeah, man, sad to hear.
Like always, we're moving along to international news. We're going over there to Paris. Jordan, what's going on in Paris? Paris, France. What's
Yeah,
happening
let's
over
go
there?
all the way to Paris, France. So the Louvre Museum, which is one of
Yes,
Paris' favorite museum, was closed after thieves reportedly stole multiple pieces of jewelry within minutes. And yeah, so these thieves were like really smart and probably had a plan of what they was doing. So the museum has been closed just because it's been like a very very big jewelry heist when it comes to in the museum. So go ahead, Hakeem, we do have the clip. Go ahead and play it, and after that we'll chop it up.
So what are police saying about how this heist was all pulled off?
Well, first and foremost, when I first saw this story, I thought it was more like a Hollywood script than anything else,
Seriously?
right? Because this was highly sophisticated, according to authorities as well. The thieves managed to use a ladder to climb the side of the Louvre and then reached a balcony. Once they were on the balcony, they broke windows to access a gallery. Once in the gallery, they used small chainsaws to steal several pieces of valuable jewelry, then got away on motorbikes. Big question is, how were they able to rob one of the most famous museums in the world at peak visiting hours? Because remember, this happened at around 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday. Lots of tourists, you have to imagine, would be lined up, right, to go to this museum. Well, authorities believe that they were dressed as construction workers and sort of just blended in. By all accounts, this appears to be well planned and not just your typical smash and grab. In the end, authorities say the whole thing took only about 6 or 7 minutes.
Yes, Andrew. So what more do we know about the things that were actually stolen?
Yeah, it's also what we don't know about what was stolen in terms of value, because art experts are saying it's so invaluable they can't even put a price on it. Apparently, these jewels that were stolen once belonged to Emperor Napoleon and his wife. Again, a historic heist of value. So much so, there's no dollar amount just yet. And here's the other fear, too. How do you sell something like this, right? Some art experts believe that these jewels won't, in fact, be sold. Instead, they'll be broken apart, broken down, and sort of sold for pieces and scraps, something like that. So the search continues for these 4 people.
What more do we know about the things?
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, that's wow. So a good disguise and still something like that, which is very, very, very rare. Wow, that's crazy. So they definitely know what they was doing. But go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take on this?
Well, you better believe they're gonna do a movie about that one, because they dress up like construction workers and able to do a heist within 6 minutes. To me, that had to be an inside job. Someone must have given them information on how to plan the thing out and to get them jewels, because them jewels they say there is no price tag to it. And you know them jewels worth probably trillions of dollars, because those are historical jewels. Man, well planned out, man. I gotta give it to him. That was well planned out. But unfortunately, you know they're gonna find him, because the FBI, they're gonna have somebody's gonna whistleblow. They're gonna put out like a cash reward. People gonna start talking, and they're gonna find the robbers. So we'll go right back. But man, that's crazy. Go ahead, again.
Hey, I'm scared to even speak about the friends, because I just want to just go like this.
I knew you were gonna do that because I hate it.
So life till I'm no life.
We still related to them, Hakeem. At the end of the day, they still part of our heritage. But whatever, but I'm telling you,
That's my answer.
They still part of our heritage.
I got you, Hakeem. That's more than answer enough right there.
Let me put the praying hands on the burglars.
He doing that, but it's still part of our heritage.
Hey, I'll say this, like I said, if there's a black market for this, when it comes to this jewelry, which we may not know, but hey, they probably could make some money. If there's a black market out there for this stuff and everything. So, but if this, like I said, if these jewelries are so prices and everything, and in France, you know, officials will do what they're supposed to do. They hopefully they'll get this stuff in a week. But if they don't get this stuff less than a week, I'm sorry, buddy, but it's always sold to somebody else in the black market. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
No, they gotta put out a cash reward. That's how you do it. Cash reward, and then the numbers go out.
$100 million. Well, $1 million.
Yeah, because that's the historical. Those are historical artifacts. Andrews, man. That's why they trying to go. That's why they trying to go in the Titanic, because they say Titanic. They had a piece of jewelry that's in there that's worth over $trillions. That's why they trying so hard to
Yeah,
go
but
into
but
Titanic.
but the day Titanic is too deep. Every time you go deep enough,
Yeah, they can't make it.
remember what's the submarine we did a couple years ago, and then they got so deep that it imploded
Yeah,
because it's too deep down there.
And I thank the God that it's imploded. Let me put my praying hands on there.
but they trying so hard to go down there because
No.
they got some deep artifacts in that Titanic. Boy.
And the thing is, I heard another small company that they're gonna try to get a couple people go down there again the next year or so, something like that.
No, what they gotta do? They gotta get robots. The robots gotta do it.
Let me put my praying hands on the deep sea water with the pressure. Please make the pressure even tighter.
I don't want them to go down there because you don't know what type of diseases down there, and you bring that junk up.
Listen,
Godzilla might be down there. I ain't messing with that.
Oh, exactly.
Listen. A Haitian had died on that boat, so I want to put a Haitian had died on that boat. I want to put my praying hands on them.
How you know a Haitian died on that boat? How you know? How you know? How you know a Haitian died?
One Haitian had died on that boat, so I don't want nobody to get no jewels, no nothing. Please let the sea soak in.
That thing is deep.
Please let the sun soak in.
That thing is deep. That down is deep in the earth. That down is gone.
Yeah.
Last time on today's show, Trump said there is no king. He is not a king. Go ahead, Jordan. What's going on with Donald Trump and this king shenanigans?
Yeah, so you guys don't know it's been a no-key protest all across the United States of America, protesting of especially Donald Trump that he is no king. And Donald Trump came with a response about people protesting when it comes to the no king protest. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
What's your response to the protests over the weekend, the No Kings protests?
I think it's a joke. I looked at the people. They're not representative of this country. And I looked at all the brand new signs paid for, I guess it was paid for by Soros and other radical left lunatics. It looks like it was. We're checking it out. The demonstrations were very small, very ineffective, and the people were whacked out. When you look at those people, those are not representative of the people of our country.
Mr. President, besides San Francisco...
By the way, I'm not a king. I'm not a king. I work my ass off to make our country great. That's all it is. I'm not a king at all.
Besides...
What's your response to the protests over the weekend, the No Kings protests?
Go ahead, Ronnie, man. You heard Donald Trump. Go ahead.
And people say, there's your king. But he said he's not a king. However, Trump did troll the media over the weekend. He posted him wearing the king's crown, king's robe, and king's scepter. So he's trying to show people that he is, in his mind, is a king, but he was just trolling. But he is not no king. Trump is working extremely hard to try and put America back in this place. But it has been over. Pretty much the whole point of, people got to realize, the whole point of this protest is to show people that there is still some form of democracy out there, that because they're afraid that Trump's going to come in and try to make himself a king, where he's trying to say that he's not. There will never be a king in the United States. It will never happen. I told people that it would never happen. Now, Trump could try, or whoever could try to make himself a king. It's not going to happen. America is too powerful when it comes to the aspect of democracy. Go ahead, Akeem.
Listen, a lot of y'all are mad at this guy, but I'm going to have to disagree. He ain't no king, but he is our president. And he done cleaned up. Hey, listen, he's cleaning up the streets. Memphis, Tennessee is so safe. Kids is out there playing and having a ball. I can't wait till he take over the whole United States.
Oh, with the martial law.
Yeah, with the martial law. Because look, so these people who said no king's contest, because his policies don't appease you. People forget people voted him in.
Correct.
Why would you call him a king? Biden was doing some things that we would say seemed totalitarian. Nobody questioned that. So, but now he's doing it because it doesn't fit your narrative is an issue. So that's the thing. You know what I mean? So, hail the king.
Yeah, the thing is like why the No King protest has been so big because of the hate of Donald Trump and everything. But before that, I really ain't heard this No King protest with Joe Biden was the president, anything like that. So it's gonna be 3 more years with the Donald Trump. So we probably gonna see 3 more big protests because of No King protests as well. So people, like I said, people got the right to speak. When they want to speak. This is America and everything like that. But people, you got 3 more years with this man. After that, it's somebody else. That's my take on it.
Correct. That's it. That's what people try to realize. America is what makes us different from any place in the world that we have a democracy here. It won't be it won't be no king. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all. So when we do go live at 7 o'clock Eastern time, you won't miss it. Shout out to everybody watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X, Bingo Live, TikTok. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Fresh Start Monday. Like always, shout out to Evelyn Perez, lovely Evelyn Perez in the building. Wahai was also in the building. Mr. Darlaw was also in the building. Shout out to over 70 people watching us all across the board. Thank you guys so much for tuning in each and every time we go live. It's so very important for you guys to go and check out our merch and the Chaos Culture Radio description, and also pin on top of the chat. It will lead you over to the Chaos Culture Radio merch, where you could go ahead and put yourself a t-shirt, a hat, a coffee mug, you name it, all across the board. It's in the Chaos Culture Radio store. It's in the description, guys. It's also pinned on top of the chat. And also, guys, you might see a little icon right there, right when you go to YouTube, you will see an icon. Click on it. It also will lead you also to the merch as well. And also, guys, very important, go to Chaos Culture Radio community post, or used to be community tab. That's where we leave important information, pretty much our achievements, and also Prince I King book, Raising Kings, and also Black Love, and also his album that's out now, and he's working on another album before his birthday pretty much starts. So be on the lookout for that one. Like always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Fresh Start Monday. We'll be back next week, Monday. And not only that, but shout out to those that also check out our all new subscribers, and also those that go check out our shorts, our pre-recorders, everything, man. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Man, y'all make Chaos Culture Radio the biggest thing on the planet. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio Fresh Start Monday.